Good morning, hockey fans. This is Stephen Heisler with HeisHockey.com, the Victorious Hockey Company, and the Wild and Crazy Junior Hockey Discussion Group on Facebook. You are watching the Junior Hockey Morning Show. We are on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, WSBN.TV, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, this morning, this afternoon, this evening. Wherever you are watching, listening, reading, in some cases, this show and the articles, hope that you have a great upcoming weekend in hockey. We're going to do something a little bit different today. Last night, I posted what I am calling the first pick'em session of the year. We usually do the 5 on Friday, but, getting kind of old. I want to change it up a little bit this week. And if I feel really froggy and this works out good today, I'll do this again tomorrow. So we don't usually have a Saturday show, but these pick'em shows can be kind of fun. Let's get into this a little bit and where this started at. For years on juniorhockey.com, I did predictions and the coaches loved it. Well, some coaches loved it. Other coaches didn't like it at all. But coaches used it as a motivational tool to help get their teams going before a game. You know what? I don't mind that. I'll take some ridicule. I'll take some ribbing. I'll take some chirping for these predictions. And I'm going to not always pick an obvious favorite. May pull off and crank up an upset special here once in a while. And today I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4 such occasions. So let's go down the list of the games for tonight in the North American Hockey League. Picking the Nordiques over the Americans. I like Nick Skurlock. Not too familiar with the guys in Rochester, but I think Skurlock's crew is rocking and rolling, play a very high up-tempo style of play, and I think tonight is going to be their night. Next, Maryland Black Bears over the Jersey Titans. Clint Mylock's group is really taking advantage of that Black Bears sports connection with Youngstown, and that's going to pay off again this evening. Next, the Mountain Kings over the Hat Tricks. I realized something about the Hat Tricks owners, Herm Schwartzer, over the last couple of days and last week or so. I really have a lot of respect for that guy. Not always a big favorite of his professional program. I wish he would just do the NAHL. But you know what? Outside of that, I think he's a great character, very good father, and tries to do things the right way. So tonight, I don't think the Hat Tricks are going to win over the Mountain Kings at all. Mountain Kings are going to win, but I hope it goes well. Next, Johnstown Tomahawks over the Philadelphia Rebels. Ooh, that's going to be pretty obvious. Mike Letizza's group looks pretty good. You got to like what they're doing right now. They kind of took it on the chin a little bit last year. Having a good start to the season this year, I like his chances and the Tomahawks' chances tonight against the Rebels. I'm not a big fan of the Wisconsin Wendigo management, but you got to like what they've been doing as a team over the last couple of years. Picking them to beat Springfield Blues tonight. First upset special of the day, the Janesville Jets over the Minnesota Wilderness. Here's what happens to the Wilderness pretty much every year about this time. Start out good. Kids get tired of Dave Boyce. In Dave Boyce's antics and his management style. And he can't help but interfere and tinker and cause a little bit of drama in the locker room. That's just every year for Dave Boyce. His new coach is doing a good job. Could be coach of the year. He'll be gone after this season. Pick the Janesville Jets and Joe Dibble over the Minnesota Wilderness. Bismarck Bobcats over North Iowa Bulls. That's an easy one. St. Cloud Norsemen over to Aberdeen Wings. I'll tell you why I had to do that one. Because, mess this up, Tommy. I like Corey Millen a lot. And I like Chris Canavati a lot. I like Greg Odie and Scott Langer a lot. But Scott Langer takes these things personal. And it's kind of fun. I've been picking against Langer for, I don't know, a dozen years or so. Maybe 15, 18 years by now. Gotta love the guy. He's a great coach. Outstanding character. Does not like to be an upset. Or does not like to be the underdog in any game. So for sure, I'm picking St. Cloud over Aberdeen. Just to kind of chirp my buddy a little bit there. Next, Odessa Jackalope Scott Dewar. His group over the Colorado Grit. Home game tonight in Odessa. The New Mexico Ice Wolves over the Amarillo Wranglers. 2 years in, 3 years in, I'm still want to call them the Bulls. Can't figure it out. Next, Dan Wildfong's Brahmas over Joe Coombs and the Rhinos. Rhinos are having their best season to date. Probably since they got out of the Western States Hockey League, to be honest with you. But here we are. Joe Coombs is cooking his own food in the kitchen. No one's tinkering with his roster. The Corey Heon guy staying out of it. He doesn't have Steve Jennings around anymore. Corey Herman finally figured out, let Joe Coombs do what Joe Coombs does. And as a result, they're getting good results. But that won't happen tonight. Brahmas over the Rhinos. The Oklahoma City Warriors, the Oklahoma Warriors, over the Corpus Christi Ice Rays. See, those guys got on the bus on Thursday. Pretty nice bus. Nice, easy, relaxing cruise to South Texas. If the boys can stay off the beach and not get too involved with the brown-eyed girls, very famous distraction in Corpus Christi. Beautiful girls. I have one of those myself. But in the past, teams have gone to Corpus, got distracted, and got bit in the butt a few times for staying out late after the Friday night game. But tonight, that won't happen. They're going to get in there and do a good job, and we'll see how it goes on Saturday. Next, upset alert. The Minot Montoros over the Austin Bruins. Cody Campbell's group playing at home. Steve Howard's Austin Bruins. Not going to say they're ever going to have an overinflated ego. They had a very intense week of practice. Very high speed, very high tempo. Like what he's doing there, but it's hard to come off the road like that, off the bus, and do well. And I think Minot wins that game tonight. Second upset alert. This will not be popular. Might have to pull that jersey down behind me. But I'm going to pick the Fairbanks Ice Dogs over my hometown, Anchorage Wolverines. Like Ryan Theros, like what he's doing in Fairbanks. Prophet hates my guts. I know this. Folks in Fairbanks just don't like me. That's okay. Prophet's still mad over the whole Dave Allison thing. Prophet's still mad for team player fans throwing coins at his head when he was playing for the Gold Kings in Anchorage. I don't care. Tonight, Theros Ice Dogs over the Wolverines. Upset. And the last game of tonight, it will get over like 4 o'clock in the morning our time if we're lucky. The Chippewa Steel over the Kenai River Brown Bears. And here's why. Well, that was interesting, Tommy. Starting to get a lot of snow in Alaska. Dumped on it yesterday. Dumped on it for the last couple of days. I know the girl at Jeffco Landscaping and Snow Removal reported record snowfall. Well, I know if they got record snowfall in Anchorage, they got dumped on the Kenai Peninsula. And for some reason, these kids go to Kenai. They don't really realize what it's going to be like in their first year. And if they're not prepared for it, watch out. And this is about the right time for Kenai to start slipping. I like Chris Raz, the coach in Chippewa. He's doing a good job. I think tonight he's going to give it to the Brown Bears. All right. you want to get in on the action, put your picks in before the game start tonight. Do that and we'll count it and we'll see if you're better than I am. A lot of folks are. You won't be the first one. There's definitely been cracks in my crystal ball. But until tomorrow, and I will give you a show tomorrow, we hope that you enjoy your morning coffee and have an absolutely great day in hockey.